Family Fun Night. Scratch and Sniff Watercolors using powdered drink mix. Hello, my name's Miss Chrissy. I'm from the Harris County Public Library System and Lone Star College Sci Fair. Welcome to Family Fun Night. What we're going to do today is we're going to make scratch and sniff watercolors. You're going to need some items first before we begin. You're going to need some water, some powdered, unsweetened drink mix. I'm using Kool-Aid, a little cup to mix your water in, and something to stir with. You can either choose to paint freehand or have a drawing that you would like to paint. Either way works just fine. So let's get started. My first color is going to be purple. So you put the entire packet into your small container. I happened to get these little containers off of Amazon because I was using them for a different kind of painting technique. So I put all of the powder in there. And then I'm going to add water a teaspoon at a time until I get the desired thickness that I want. You don't want it to be too thick that you can't use it, but you also don't want it to be too soupy. So it looks like 1 teaspoon was pretty much perfect. So I'm going to mix my other colors. So I'm going to choose blue next. Flavors don't matter as far as colors go. It just depends on what you want your finished product to smell like. It's actually easier to stir using the back of the spoon. And then I'm going to make some green. So for this, we're going to have some lemon lime. And add that teaspoon of water. Interestingly, the lemon lime seems to be a lot thinner than the other colors. And I'm also going to choose some red. So you can choose flavors like strawberry, black cherry, regular cherry, let's see what other colors, raspberry, fruit punch, lots of color, lots of scents for red. And maybe one more, and we'll do lemon so that we can have some yellow. To draw a picture of a seahorse earlier this week, so I am going to paint my seahorse, and I'm going to paint the seahorse purple. So just with your regular paintbrush, you can paint your seahorse. And my seahorse right now smells really good. It smells like grape. It's going to be purple and green. Now when you do any sort of watercolors, make sure that you're careful when you paint a wet color next to another wet color. Otherwise the colors can bleed together, which makes the painting a mess. So just be careful once you go around the edges, and either wait till the first color completely dries or make sure you don't actually touch that first color. Oftentimes what I'll do is completely color everything I want with the first color and then go back and start painting with the next. And the green smells really good like lemon lime, which happened to be my favorite flavor when I was a kid. And don't forget, these are with no sugar added. It is just the powdered mix and water. So make my little heart red. And that one smells like cherry. And I have some blue raspberry, which is going to be the water. If you need to spread it a bit, you can just dip your paintbrush in some water, which will lighten this up a little bit without adding more color. That way it sort of gives you different shades. So you can follow the lines, or you can freehand anything that you'd like. So I'm freehanding some coral with the red. And to make it orange, I'm going to do some in yellow with a paintbrush that I did not completely clear off, so it still has a little bit of the red in it. And when I add a wet color on top of another wet color, you can see how it's bleeding up a little bit. That's why you want to be careful when you do it. In this particular case, I wanted it to bleed a little bit, so you can make it work the way that you would like to. And that is how you make watercolors out of Kool-Aid. Now, if you're interested in doing the same thing but using acrylic paints, I have some white acrylic paint right here, and I'm going to use a new cup and put about a spoonful of the white into my cup. And I'm going to add a packet of black cherry so that you can see the difference between watercolor and acrylic paint in using the Kool-Aid. Now, the thing about using acrylic paint is that you're probably going to have to add just a little bit of water because it is super thick and not easy to move around. So you just need to add a touch of water. But you also have to realize that when you're using the acrylic paints, while it will have a different texture and different feel to it, it is also not quite as safe for the younger ones, because the other one is just Kool-Aid mix or powdered drink mix and water. This one is acrylic paint, Kool-Aid mix and water. So it still has the scratch and sniff quality, but it has an entirely different texture. It's smoother and it works just like acrylic paint. So you have your choices of if you'd like to do it with acrylic or if you'd like to do it with just the watercolors. Both of them are fun, but if you're going to choose acrylics, make sure it's done with adult supervision and that you don't try that one with the very young. I highly recommend the watercolors with just water and Kool-Aid. That one is a lot of fun as well, and not as dangerous for the little ones. If you make sure to seal your paints in some little cups with lids, they'll last a little while so you can paint for days using the same watercolors. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing your watercolor creations. If you'd like to see more videos from our Kids Corner staff at SciFair, please check out our lib guides. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to like, and please share. See you next time.